Oh, that's fun. Yeah, let's do that. So let's let's do this. Let's take about 10 minutes just to read the scenario, and then we're going to do an Ask the Ant segment. You're going to be the ant to answer any questions that you have from the caregiver perspective. That's a really good idea. So let's take 10 minutes to familiarize yourself with the scenario. Write down any questions that you have for Aunt Laura, and we'll check back in with you.
All right, do we need a little more time, or are we ready for Ask Aunt Laura? Anybody need a couple extra minutes for, I got the best question ever and it just needs a little more time to stew? Fair warning, if you throw me curveballs, I throw them back. All right, so we've given you just a basic, we gave you a new case. You've done all your assessments, you know all that stuff. Now you're calling up Aunt Laura, and I answer the phone. Hey, how's it going? What do you need?
Am I supposed to talk to you like you're really his aunt?
We are totally doing this. And if you don't know how to do your job, then I don't know why you're calling me.
Okay. So I know that Marcus is taking Prozac every day. Can you tell me how often he goes to see a psychiatrist and if you take him or how he gets there?
I don't know which one's the psychiatrist. Because I take him like every week at least. He's got meetings over there like every week. I don't know which one's the psychiatrist.
Do you know the doctor's name?
Yeah, that's Dr. Laura.
Great, can you give me the address and phone number while we're on the phone?
No, I'm driving. It's not so much who the doctor is, keep that in mind. If what I'm telling you is I'm doing it weekly, where does that fall?
I'm sorry.
Probably not the psychiatrist, could be a therapist. We don't necessarily have to parse that out, so.
Okay.
Just a side hint. All right. What other questions you got?
I have a question.
Go for it.
Hi, Auntie. I want to thank you for your continued support of this youth in your care. I saw during the last IEP report that he spends several hours each night trying to complete his homework. How involved are you with helping him with his homework?
Is this a survey? I know he takes a long time in his homework. He keeps pestering me about it. I have to talk to him a couple times a night. I don't know. He keeps coming at me, so I guess I end up talking to him probably at least an hour every night for his homework, and he's checking in. So, I don't know.
Thank you.
Or I have to go make sure he's still doing it and not playing on his stupid video games. Go for it.
So I was just looking at the notes. When was the last time he went to the doctor or the dentist?
What's today's date? I don't know. I take him when I'm supposed to. He does the dentist every 6 months. And the doctor, I take him when he's sick, and I took him, I don't know, I just got him. So, yes, we have puppy pads for him too. I just had to take him to the doctor and the dentist because I just got him, and they want me to do a follow-up in 6 months on the dentist, but I don't know how often do I have to take him to the doctor. He's not sick.
Don't worry about that. Was there any concerns at those appointments?
The doctor wasn't super happy about his prior drug use, but other than that, it seemed fine.
Thank you.
I just have one question. I had to step out. The family therapy, are you attending therapy with him? And how many times a month? Because it says occurring monthly, but I don't know how many times a month.
Well, I drop him off there and I wait around, but that's with him and his mom.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, question. I have two questions for you. How's he getting to and from school?
To and from school, he takes the bus.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay, they said that there's an IEP meeting pending. Will you be attending that one?
Yeah, I took the day off work for it. It's next week.
Oh, okay, great.
Question up front.
Yeah, it says that he's requested recently to visit with his grandmother on a regular basis?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an idea of what regular means?
Well, I mean, he sees his grandma at holidays. I don't know what he wanted other than that, so I mean, I'll ask him. But I know his grandma wanted to see him at least once a month, so.
Once a month?
I'll probably see about that.
Thanks.
So at his group home, I noticed that he did anger management and he did, and he was receiving some other treatment. Are you doing any of that other stuff? I know you take him to therapy every week. Is there any other groups that you're taking him to, or any drug and alcohol treatment, anger management, anything like that that you're gonna do for him or provide for him or set up?
What?
No. So he had some trouble with anger in the past.
Yeah.
So do you feel like that's something that you guys are going to be, getting some services for? Or do you feel like you have a handle on it right now and you don't
Well,
need
I know
any
they said he was done with anger, so I thought he was good with that. But I know that I'm supposed to take him to AA twice a week.
AA twice a week?
Yeah.
So
But
you
I just
take
drop him off and pick him up.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Is that a long drive for you or is that just in town?
No, it's like the church down the way.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Do you have do you know any of his friends or anything like that?
Yeah, he's got one friend called Spider who keeps coming around. I don't like him.
How about, how often are you taking him to and from probation to get his weekly testing?
Yeah, the PO is nice enough to make it at the end of the day, so I just work a little earlier, so I take him, depends, they call me the day before and just say, hey, can you bring him in tomorrow?
Okay.
So I do that at least once a week, and then I have to check in additionally, like, once a month.
Right.
With his PO, like, I gotta bring him in.
So in addition to the weekly, you're doing another visit, or does that visit?
Sometimes they
happen?
coincide, but
Coincide,
like,
okay.
sometimes not.
Okay, thanks.
I can tell that's a PO back there. Anything else? Anything that you guys want to know about my time, about what I'm doing to help support any efforts, any needs, anything that you guys are like, what's that look like? So you want to know what his contact with his mom looks like. So he does the monthly therapy with his mom, but he also Skypes with his mom whenever she has like a little bit of time, because sometimes she stays sometimes pretty far away, and I know that she tries to come around, but if she's been using, I don't let her in the house. So sometimes that gets a little patchy there, but I don't have to do anything for those. I just make sure I get them to therapy. That's what I do. Well, I'm not like standing over her shoulder. I'm usually in the house. Like I said, I'm not letting her in the house if she's high. That's not happening.
Do you take him to any community stuff? Does he do any sports, anything like that?
Does competitive pot smoking count? No, just kidding. He's not.
No.
He's not smoking pot anymore. He's doing good. At least we're not catching him at it. No, he's not involved in any extracurriculars. That I keep trying to get him into it. He used to be like really into drawing and really into like other stuff, but no, he's not doing it. My PO in the back.
You say that he's withdrawn and he's jumpy sometimes.
Yeah.
When he's at home and this happens, what are you doing to address that?
He usually just wants a lot of alone time, so like we just kind of, as a family, like we know when he gets real jumpy or he just takes his own alone time. He just finds a quiet corner. Sometimes because he knows he's on probation, he'll ask me if he can take a walk.
So what are you doing with Marcus? How much time are you spending with him? Can I get a list of things that you've done with him since he's been in your care?
Well, I see him every day, and I'm his aunt. I don't know what else you're asking there.
What kind of time are you spending with Marcus? Where are you taking him? How long does it take you?
Depends on the day.
I just need to get a sense of how much, time you're spending with him, or what you are doing for Marcus. I know that you're taking him in, but as far as, therapy, what exactly does that look like? Your time with Marcus?
I don't know. Like I said, I see him every day. I do what you guys tell me I need to do with him. I don't understand why else you're looking for me.
So nothing extra?
Side note. Okay, so when I test piloted this with the parents, they're very bad at quantifying their time. Very bad at it. So if you just ask them, like, tell me everything you do with this kid, they'll forget half the stuff they do. Promise you, they will forget half the stuff that they do. So if you know the case and you know the kid and you're like, okay, we've talked about extracurriculars, we've talked about education, we've talked about all these domains. Marcus is now 16. Maybe other areas to explore would be like, oh, what are you doing for like ILP services, those kind of things, but being more specific with your questioning, because otherwise, I mean, I'm not going to stand up here and give you a list and say, well, on Tuesdays I come to therapy and I do all that.
So I was just kind of seeing maybe something that you thought that you were doing.
Okay, so as that, not in particular, like I said, I've got other stuff to do. I just do what I'm supposed to do with him, and that's pretty much where we're at. Like, I mean, we watch TV, we hang out sometimes, but that's about it. And not in a hangout like gang way. Question.
So he's 16 now. Are you gonna be teaching him how to drive, or?
Heck no.
Are we sticking with the bus? Do you buy him a bus pass? Did you have to show him how to do those things?
Yeah, well, if he wants to go somewhere else, he has to find his own ride, and we've talked about how that looks and who he's allowed to get rides with. So we talked about who it's acceptable with, and we've talked about he can't ride with people who are under the age of 21. It's not legal for him, and we've talked about some of that kind of stuff. So for the transportation stuff, yeah, I've been helping him like how to read a bus pass, he goes with me when I pick up bus tickets for him. I don't give him a bus pass because I don't want him to have that much freedom, but I give him little weekly bus tickets and we dole them out when he gives me a good reason he needs one. I'm on top of it. So, anything else? Anything that you guys feel like is missing from this, where when you're filling out the matrix, you don't have enough information? All right, hop to it. This means we should all have the same answer on the matrix now, right? Everybody has the same information, we had the same questions answered. Go ahead and do the matrix and see where we fall. But we do want to have some time for some good solid county practice, maybe give some examples of what we're doing.